This episode of Why Vinyl is brought to you by Rotel.
For many people, the vinyl hobby is about collecting as well, and today we're going to explore one of the biggest collections I know about and one of the most fervent collectors I know.
So there is a bit of order down here. So the way it's broken up, okay, hold on, Louis. This aisle and this aisle, and this aisle and this aisle are all websites, stuff that's listed on the website. Plus there's this much or more across the street. And then a lot of this stuff would be, just stuff that eventually will end up for sale somewhere.
I actually began my record collecting journey in this store.
Yeah, it's a sickness, really.
I'm a jazz record collector, aficionado. I've been collecting jazz for about 40 years.
And I've been buying records in this city probably since the late 70s, early 80s. I probably stole 10 bucks out of my mom's wallet and ran down to Steinberg's and bought my first Supertramp record.
I've been collecting vinyl for about 40 years, I guess, when I was in high school, because I grew up in the 70s.
In the mid 2010s, vinyl got so affordable, people were giving it away, and so all of a sudden I started to amass a collection and then get addicted. So I'm up to 1,600 records now. I shouldn't be here right now, but I'm here.
My friends all think I'm crazy, but I've got more records than most of the people I know.
I was a bit late. It was in the early 2010s when I kind of fell into vinyl.
I had a big collection in the 80s and I stopped. And when I went to see my cousin, she had gotten a new turntable. So I went home and I immediately brought out my vinyl and decided to add to the collection again. So my vinyl is mainly a big 80s collection.
The first two records I ever bought were this copy of Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell and this copy of Van Halen's first album. Obviously I already loved these bands, but I found them in like an antique store in Brighton, Ontario, and I was like, those are going home with me. So now I have, over 1,000 records at home. It's just kind of symptomatic of my love for music and what that's done for me throughout my life.
I collect mainly jazz, so I'm pretty picky about what I get. I'm usually looking for certain albums or certain players. I don't have a big collection, probably about 500 and 800 records maybe.
I'm of an age that CDs were the thing to have, so once I got a job in high school, I started collecting CDs. I purged my vinyl collection when I was about 20, and then when I was about my very early 30s, I purged all my CDs because I thought digital was a good way to go. I ripped them all into my computer and that was great. I thought it was a good thing. And then not quite 10 years ago, I discovered I hadn't gotten rid of all my records. I was cleaning out my mom's house, found a couple of milk crates, and I brought them home, and my kids got interested. And then my wife said, hey, let's set up a record player in the dining room, and let's listen to music at night, in the evenings, and dinner, and whatever. So it started regrowing in the last decade.
Well, I love that if I have people over, it becomes an experience that they get to choose music, right? It's not just a playlist that just goes on, and oh, here's what you'd be suggested. We actually get to choose, and people usually grab records and it kind of creates a stack of a home playlist. So
It's a disruptive technology going backwards, I think, because with streaming services, there's no end to the supply, and it disconnects us, I think, from the listening experience. In vinyl, you get to hold it and look at the artwork as presented by the artist. And I'm of an age that I still kind of believe that vinyl is a record is a great vehicle for an artist to say something.
Brian is a very thorough jazz. I've known him for years, and he's,
So I have
has his book. He sort of knows what he has.
So I have this book, and because my collection is so large, I can only keep track of it through this book. It's the last edition, 2003, I think, of the All Music Guide to Jazz. It has a great cross section, so anything that's in here, John probably sometime has it in his store. And I check it off so I don't duplicate myself. I'm kind of famous here for walking in with this every week with this book.
And also sharing, we're always talking, and he's sharing his knowledge. So it's nice community thing.
Okay, so you're a jazz collector.
Yep.
Contrast yourself with John.
John is very knowledgeable about jazz, but I have a sense he's more broader based than I am. So he's into rock, he's into, do you do easy listening, John? I'm not sure, but not easy listening.
I collect, my ranking, I would say probably semi-pro. And relative to John, who is super pro, elite level collector.
What he brings is that he will drive like provinces away to get collections and bring them here, which he then puts in the hands of people, and his prices are really good. And another thing is he lets artists like myself perform in studio to sell our own stuff. So he's a vital part of the music community and the vinyl community.
Well, he's a superstar.
I mean, John's the best. I mean, look around. I mean, this is a crazy place. It's one of the best spots in Ottawa. I think it's mind-blowing that he has a signed Hendrix on the wall. If he ever wants to get that up, I'd take it.
For me, it's a love of music, definitely a love of music. I am a bit of a collector. It's always been something. I was collecting Hot Wheels when I was a kid, hockey cards, stuff like that. I go down different rabbit holes. Like right now I'm into this label CTI, Creed Taylor International. It's sort of like a funk jazz, and I think for many years CTI did not get a lot of respect, but they really do now. People are starting to realize there's a lot of great music on that label. So now that's my latest thing. I'm after, and they're hard to find. There are very few of them. I'll find them organically. I'm going to find one here, one there. I always have a list in my head of records I'm looking for, and that's the latest list. The CTI Master Audiophile Series or whatever.
Are you a collector? Do you want to be a collector now? Because maybe there's a story about you.